We're too busy beating our wives are too busy demeaning and belittling us. And until we get our families intact, we will never be able to build a nation. And that's what the Creator put us in this slavery for, to punish us because we would not do what Jay Real has just said, love each other. We wanted to be so much like the other nations that we would not build our own families. So in closing, I will say simply, when you look at Haiti, you look at a small nation. That's why the children of Israel were the smallest people on the planet. But in that small nation, you have powerful men and women who have fought against oppression and have not submitted to white authority and its implications to their children and their family. They're certainly trying to put that white Jesus lie in there. And when I talked against it, they rebutted me. But there were those who wanted to hear more. So I will say that for us to be able to build a nation, we have to communicate like this. No matter what difference we have to bring our women and sisters in like this. But more importantly, we have to build our strong families so our children can see unity. And I'll leave it there.
All right, all right. Empress Menon, very blessed that you be here. You want to comment on what the panel has said so far?
Greetings, Black Sun, and thank the I for having I Forward. Well, I would like to sum or attempt to bring a summation to all of the knowledge that's been spoken forward today. Okay. And I would like to bring that summation by saying that we are obviously in very serious times.
Absolutely.
And we're at a point where I would like to call everyone back to the basic human being way of life.
Okay.
We can go on endlessly with our various intellectual theories of commerce and living.
Mm-hmm.
But until we can come forward to the fundamental principles of humanity,
mm-hmm.
because humanity is in peril.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of campaigns to save whales, to save dolphins, to save tigers and bears. And I am a warrior empress for the earth.
Okay.
But I'm saying that the war is to save humanity.
Okay.
We have to come back to the principles of the basic human way of life. That means that this person sitting next to I is connected to I. Your son is my son.
Right.
Your daughter is truly my daughter. We know from just a smidging of what Sister Adama was saying that those things that we consume in our bodies on a daily basis,
right.
We have got to take charge of that again.
I agree.
And return to the fundamentals of being able to produce food that we can eat.
So McDonald's and Burger King don't fit in that basic.
Brethren, that goes obviously without saying. That, you know, if you go to Kroger's now and buy some tomatoes,
mm-hmm.
and take that tomato and throw it in your garden, the probability of it regenerating itself and producing something is nil, because not only have they taken that from us by the genetic mutation of those seeds,
right.
It's a whole next cycle that's going on. You do not see a homeless squirrel or a homeless robin. But we see homeless people. When I was in South Africa, I worked with a project to help to preserve the Cape vultures. And they had better habitat than the people. So, you know, we have got to return to just the basic human way of life. And that means that all soldiers, when you're marching, you mind your post, because we each have our post wherever we are, and whoever it is that you are, within the confines of those arenas that you've been charged to take care of. We each have our jobs, and everyone knows exactly what that is. So it's not about the schisms, it's not about intellectual arenas, it's about action.
Action. I like that word, action.
Give thanks.
All right, I'm gonna have the sister next to Adamus give her take on this. How you doing today, sister?
I'm blessed to be here, and I didn't have any intention actually to sit with the panel, but I'm glad that I am,
glad you
because I
are.
feel the family vibration. One of the things that I wanted to basically focus on also too, with what my sister said, you know, this old piece of save the best for last.
Mhm.
Well, I put her on before because that,
Yeah.
and there was a reason for that.
That's
That was
right,
an
that's right.
ancestral call for you. My thing here is to support what everyone's saying in reference to what my brother man here said when he was specifically speaking on the children and our plight inside of the economics. We have to focus mainly on what we are ingesting, because what we are consuming has a lot to do with our finances. I did a couple of tests on myself for the past 7 days. Specifically put something in my body to see if my days would actually run specifically on point. Every thought I had, every person I thought about thinking, they called.
Okay.
My transportation was up. Everything I thought literally manifested. So I fasted for about 2 days.
Okay.
And I'm talking about I had a complete balance. I get up, my breakfast is actually yoga. I wake up, I do my breathing, and then I go into a cleanse. I drink water,
Yes.
I eat limes, and then I focus in on my studies. And primarily I work with my children. And my music, I'm always listening to music.
Okay.
So we have to, you know, have pretty much a sacred regimen, like we did when we moved harmoniously.
Okay.
All of us did. And the only reason we're in balance or out of balance is because, one, they've been very, very cunning into poisoning our air
That's right.
and in our water. And those are two essential elements that our bodies need. So we need to really, truly focus on what Imam said is the ancient way, bring back, you know, our love for ourselves, which is our humanity.